What's good, y'all? So we're starting off a little bit later today. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. I was trying to shoot to get off of work around 12:30 or 1-ish, but that's just not how it happened today. We had stores and it ended up being way more pallets than we thought. So that shit sucks, but it's whatever. Right now we're gonna head over to the Miatas because today is the first day that the hobby shop is open. And we have today and we have tomorrow. So thankfully, I have 2.5 hours to be able to get as much done as I can today. And then tomorrow, I already had talked to my chief and everything. We're gonna try to get off a little, like when I say a little early, I mean way earlier than we normally do. And I'm gonna go over there and try to bust out as much as I can. The plan is I wanna try to get the car running by tomorrow. Today, my only goal is to get the bearing pressed into the flywheel, get the flywheel, get the whole entire clutch assembly on the back of the engine, hook up starter, alternator, finish up the turbo. So all we need to do is just we need to drill the oil pan. That way we could run the turbo feed line down into it, plug up you have the feed and then you have the return. So we gotta drill the oil pan for the return, and then we gotta hook up the feed. I'm gonna plug in the ECU and then run that to the air intake manifold and just see how much we can get done. Like I said, we don't have a whole bunch of time today, so we'll see what we can do, but that's the plan so far. Holy shit. I need to get gas, brother. That's gonna be a problem after the hobby shop. Let's see. That time it wasn't that bad. Normally it's way worse. All right. Oh, brother. There's so much traffic, bro. Fuck. All right, we made it to 32nd Street. Right now, all we have to do is get through the gate, drive to the base, and then get to the Miata. Oh, we're moving, finally. I'm not gonna hold you guys. I hit a pothole and my car is definitely making flat tire noises. And I have yet to get out of the car and check it out. I'm gonna keep on driving on it though. So can I hear it right now? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Well, I'm gonna have to figure that out. No flat tires. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I don't know what that is. There's a clicking noise coming from the rear, but I guess that's gonna be a problem for another day, because yeah, pavement is still fire and I have no debeated tires, so yeah. Well, anyways, we just got to the hobby shop, parked, checked it out, no problems that I know of, and gonna go do some Miata stuff. Stoked. Also, we're returfing the field. All right, we just pulled up to the Miata. Got a nice little leak from the rear main or the front main, so that's super sick. Oh god, almost died right there. All right, we went ahead and already got the bearing pressed into the flywheel, which is super sweet. Went and got some brake clean so I can get all the fingerprints and all the grease off of it. I'm gonna plug in the Speedorino and get this ran to the front. Obviously I can't plug it up because the engine's out of the car, but the goal today is get the flywheel, new clutch on, possibly put the old trans back on, get all this ready to go. Hook up the Speedorino, take out the stock ECU, put that in, and then whatever else we can get to. Unfortunately, I still don't have the wheel key for this wheel, so I'm not gonna be able to get that off. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet. And take this tub out, see what else we could do. Everything else is kind of gonna pertain to this already being done, so we can't really hook anything up yet. Oh yeah, that's right, we gotta do the feed line to the side of the block, and then find out how to do the oil line to the oil pan. I also have all brand new hoses coming in, so we're gonna get rid of all these janky ass radiator hoses because they're nasty. All right, grab this, go over here, put that down, lift that up, let's see, move this out the way, and boom, there's a stock ECU. So now we'll just unbolt these 10 mils. Oh, perfect, there's already one of them that's undone. So I'll undo this one, undo that one, pop this bad boy out, and plug the Speedorino in, and then we'll run the cable through the car, through the firewall. Alright. Oh no, is this gonna be my way? No, it's not. Those two up here. I'll grab that boy. Come on now. Oh no. Please don't be stubborn. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's something I'm doing wrong here. No, oh, you just gotta really yank on it. That's okay. I mean, not trying to break the fucking plug. Oh gosh. Alright, got that unplugged. Now this should just plug on in just like that. Cool. That was super simple. Now we don't have a way to mount it right now. So I guess I could just kinda do something like that maybe? Yeah, and then run this vacuum line underneath. Oh, this is plenty of hose. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'll just run it. Just grab this. Alright, yeah, so I'll just run the vacuum hose all the way up through here, out there, up through the firewall that way. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Sweet. Alright, and then go ahead and just boom. Oh, that one's real rusted. Got her though. Sweet. Run that all the way up there like that. I need to go grab this garnish panel. Oh my gosh. I need to clean all this up. It's all dirty, but it's nice and carbon. Alright, I don't think it matters what side it's on. Alright, we're gonna clean this real quick though. Alright, went ahead and tucked underneath it here. It's still pretty loose. So the nice thing is the line isn't pinched, but you can't even see it. So side panel's on, the carbon piece is on. Everything's mounted down nicely. And now we can go ahead and tuck that as far in here as we can. And then find out in the firewall where we're gonna poke it through to go through. Alright guys, so we went ahead and fed that through, and then up here, this is like just snapped into place, but we went ahead, removed the whole entire air cabin filter, and then they have these holes already drilled in the firewall for the air cabin filter. So went ahead and took out that whole part, and then ran the cable through there, over here, and it's right here for the ECU. So I'll plug it into the back of the intake manifold. And right now I'm cleaning up a couple things. We're getting the hydro line ran through the, we had to drill a hole right here underneath the dash and run it through. So we went ahead, ran the hydro line into the brake master cylinder. And then over here, drilled a hole, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it, but drilled a hole all the way up there. And then ran it through under here. And I had the hydro plate in, so we're gonna mock up the hydro plate, mock up the hydro, and then we could run this line all the way to the back into the main T. But right now I'm working on getting this seat out, and I'm gonna go ahead and install the NRG bucket seat I have over there. So we have all the proper mounts and everything, but we're gonna go ahead and do all four corners, and then take this seat out really quick, and then mock that up and put all that in. I have the sliding rail for that as well. So I'm just curious to know what it's gonna feel like. So I'm trying to have all this done in like the next 20-30 minutes, and then I can go ahead and start drilling the oil pan for the turbo oil drain feed and try to put the engine in. Alright, y'all, so we tried to go ahead and put in the seats, but the brackets I ordered for the Miata, even though it said it was for the Miata, they did line up with the bolt holes, but they were way too small for the Energy Prismas. So I might have to go with a smaller seat because they wouldn't clear the trans tunnel in this whatsoever. It was way too tight of a fit, and the bracket just wasn't big enough for the seat width itself. So I had to bump down to mediums or just get a different seat style. Thankfully, I've had mediums in the past and they work just fine. What else did we get done today? We went ahead and dropped the motor and the trans in the car, and I got the new motor mounts installed. The only thing I did was take off the turbo and the manifold because that setup is welded. The last owner welded the turbo to the manifold, so we're gonna go ahead and order a new turbo, a new manifold, and that way we could go ahead and install everything and make it easy, because the dash lines I had ordered for the oil turbo kit, those didn't fit that turbo, and you can't switch out the AN fitting on top of the turbo. It's a different style turbo. So we're just gonna go ahead and get a new setup. I had to just avoid all of that. But went ahead and installed the new radiator, put the old fans because they were good on the new radiator, dropped the motor and trans inside of here. We mocked up the hydro, like I said from earlier, that's still all connected. We have the hydro mounting plate, and I went ahead and started messing around with this shifter. Now, I've been having a couple of issues installing it because this bolt hole right here is right there. I don't know if it's gonna focus in or not, but yeah, that's right there. So we might have to take apart this whole entire shifter in order to mount it, which I'm trying to avoid. But I went ahead and took off the plastic bearing that it comes with, and we're gonna install this nice metal bearing onto the shifter. So it's gonna have a very notchy feeling when we're shifting in the car. But yeah, everything's still torn apart. We didn't get a whole lot done. We got the front wheels off. Tomorrow, my goal is to finish up underneath the car, so the trans tunnel brace, the 2 bolts are in the front. We need to connect the differential bolts. Need to finish putting in all the drive shaft bolts in the rear, which are right here. Come over here. Yeah. So as you can see, right up in here, those need to be tied in and put in all the way, and then these bolts right there need to be in. But those are all connected. The speed sensor is disconnected still, so we need to put that in. I need to figure out what those go to. I'm not entirely sure. If I were to take a guess, I think it's for the reverse lights. Like when you put the car in reverse and get those wires tell it to go ahead and like put the reverse lights on. Not entirely sure. I'm almost positive though. That would make sense. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do all that. Thankfully, I kept all the stock exhausts. So we have multiple NA, just normal exhausts. And that's gonna be about it. I just wanna see if the motor's gonna turn over and see if we can get the car running and driving while I order the rest of the turbo parts that we need. That way we can go ahead and finish up boosting it. But as long as it like runs and drives good, we could do a solid compression test on it, just do general maintenance, just see how it feels, because I haven't really even driven the car. I drove it for like 30 minutes and the 1.8 blew up, so we'll see how it feels. And yeah.